Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Ashlyn. I love you guys very much. This week we're going to talk about budgeting. I suck at budgeting. So that's why I'm going to share these tips and tricks with you. Um, the very first check that you should ever write in a month is for your mortgage or your rent. That's the most important check ever, and it really should come first. The second check should be for the insurance for that home. You can't do one without the other. Those are just so important. Um, you guys have been there with me as I have struggled making that as important as it needs to be. And I've ended up in places where, just months away from being foreclosed on because I didn't make that a priority. But my lights were on. So, no, your number one check, the first thing you need to take care of is where you're going to live. Behind that is going to be your utilities, your electricity, your water, your gas. Behind that will be your car payment, including your car insurance, which you may bundle with your homeowner's insurance. And that does give you a little bit of a better deal. And then you get to things like your cell phone and child care expenses, animal care expenses, and those kinds of things. Do remember that animals and children are expensive. If you're paying a babysitter for a child, you're looking at 100, 200 a week. And that's the cheap people. Those aren't the, 5-star put your children here people. Your animals, when you go on vacation, it's nice if you live around family or close friends so they can step in and watch them for you. But if you have to board them, they're $89, 80 to $90 a week. Sometimes more. Sometimes that's a day. Just depends on where you go. And then after that, you have for your groceries. And then toward the bottom, you'll have, getting your hair cut, getting your nails done, going to the movies, those kinds of things. That is a very, very basic budget. You guys both know how I feel about credit cards. Not a real big credit card person because it's just too easy especially in this day and age, for people to take advantage of your card without your knowledge. And then you're on the hook for that money because you got to be able to prove that you're not the one that went to Starbucks 30 times in a month. So budgeting is very important. When you know how much money you're bringing in, precisely how much money you're bringing in, and you have an idea of where it needs to go, you've written it down, $500 a month is going to go to your house, to your housing. You make 1,000, so half your money is going to housing. When you know that, it makes a lot of the other decisions that you have about your money much easier to make because you're only going to have $500 for your utilities and your vehicle and the upkeep. So yeah, no, you're probably not seeing a lot of movies outside of Redbox. But that's the point. When you know what you have and you know where it's going, it does give you a lot more freedom to do other things with your money. People say that investments need to be right up toward the top. I don't disagree with that. I think it can fit in between maybe your car, after your utilities, but before your car. Because you can get a lot more miles out of some of those cars. You don't need a new car every 3 years, every 5 years. Those cars, they'll last a little while if you take care of them. And then you also need your rainy day fund. That is very, very important. Until you have, about 5, 6 months of money set back so that if something happens and you can't work for 5 or 6 months, it gives you time, to find a better job, whatever. You still have that money. So you're not, out on the street before you find a new job. That cushion is so important. And I struggle with that to this day. So hopefully this is hitting you guys early enough where you get on that so that you don't. And when you're living paycheck to paycheck, it is hard to find a place to get that money, but it is important. It is very important. It helps you sleep. It's just so important. I can't stress how important that is. So you guys need to do that. Do as I say, not as I do. I love you guys very, very much. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.